Good morning, mathematicians. Today we're going to do 11.4. Young mathematicians use mental math to subtract. Over the course of a few days, we learned two different ways to subtract. We learned how to use an open number line to count back, and we used an open number line to count up. So let's look at this problem. Amy and George enter their pumpkins in the giant pumpkin contest. Amy's pumpkin weighs 335 pounds. George's pumpkin weighs 302 pounds. How many more pumpkins does Amy's pumpkin weigh? Show how you can use mental math to solve. So pause the computer, pause this video, and try and solve this any way you want. I solved it two ways. I solved it using an open number line going backwards. And I kind of did it in my head. I said, well, we're starting out with 335. I'm taking away 300. That was easy. So now I have 35 left. And now I need to take away 2. I have 33. I also did it by counting up on the open number line. I counted from 302. I added 8 more to get to 310. Then I added 20 to get to 330, and then 5 more to get to 335. So it's 8 plus 5 is 13 plus 20 equals 33. Today we're going to talk about another way to mentally subtract. And that is by working with numbers that are easier to subtract. And you could do compensation or what I'm going to show you now. So here we have 372. We want to take away 123. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to break this number apart a little bit. And I'm making 122 plus 1. The reason why I'm doing that is because I want to get a 0 and it will become easier for me. So if we do 372, take away 122 first, we get to 250. And then from 250, I have to subtract 1 more to get to 249. We'll go through a few more problems. Let's look at 345 take away 187. I could use my open number line to count backwards. So I'm at 345, I take away 5 to get to 340, I take away 40 to get to 300, take away another 40 to get to 260. Now I'm taking away 100 to get 160, and I'm taking away 2 to get to 158. And if I added that all up, it will equal to 178. But 345 take away 187 is 158. I could have added up from 187 to 345. I could add 3 to get to 190, plus 10 to 200, plus 100 to 300, and 45 to get to 45. So I have 100, 145, 155, and then 158. Another way I could have done it was to compensate. I added 13 to the 187 and I got 200, and I had to add the same exact thing to the other side. So I did 345 plus 13 equals 358, take away 200, and that equals 158. You could even do it this way. You could even say, keep the 345 and subtract the 200. And then you could do 200, take away 13. And then you could do it that way. So those are two different ways. Let's practice. Turn to page 656 in your book. Use mental math to solve the problem. So now we have 485 take away 136. What I did was I broke this apart. 135 plus 1, because I want to be able to subtract where I'm going to have 0. It makes it so much easier. So watch what happens if I subtract 485, take 485 and subtract 135. 485 take away 135 equals 350. It's so much easier. 5 take away 5, 8 take away 3, 4 take away 1. And now all I have to do is subtract one more, which is 349. Let's look at this problem. I have 457 take away 261. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract 257. And then that means 58, 59, 60, 61. I still have 4 more I have to subtract. So 457 take away 257 equals 200. And 200 take away 4 equals 196. Now we have 342 take away 134. See if you can try and do it. So I broke it up. 134, I made 130, and then 4 more. I could have done 132 and then 2 more also. So let's see this way first. So we have 342 take away 130 equals 212. And then 212 take away 2 equals 210. And 210 take away 2 equals 208. Now you try. 321 take away 100. Pause the video so you could try and figure it out. How could you make numbers that are easier to subtract? Okay, so you could have done, I see I have 321. So I definitely want a number where I'm going to be subtracting a 1 here, so I come to 0. So I'm going to make this 111 and 4. So now I could do 321 take away 111, and that equals 210. And then I have 210 take away 4 equals 206. Mental math. Trying to work with numbers that are easier to subtract. Do page 657 odds only. Do page 658 problems 12, 13, and 15. If this is still confusing you, then just subtract any way you want, whichever easiest. This is just one way that you could mentally subtract. Hope to see you at 10.